everybody. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today, Maggie and I are here to talk about my perfume collection. So I'm going to be sharing with you my perfume collection. The majority of the fragrances I'll be sharing are full size, but some of them are rollerballs and deluxe samples. And I was just going to share a little bit about what I like about each one or what I don't like about each one. And yeah. Okay. I guess I'll just be sharing with you. Maggie doesn't want to sit with me anymore. So anyways, I've got a whole bunch of my favorite perfumes and maybe one I don't love as much. And we're just going to be I'm going to be smelling them and telling you kind of where I like to wear them or kind of how I categorize them. For me personally, when I'm looking at fragrance, I'm not so much about, does it have roses or does it have jasmine? But I do like both of those. But I'm not so much about kind of what the specific scents within the scent are. The way I like to look at fragrance when I smell it, I just like to picture kind of where I'd wear it. So when I smell a fragrance, I'm like, is this a work appropriate fragrance? Is this a fragrance I'd want to wear on a date? Is this something that's kind of edgy and kind of sexy? Is it sweet? Is it soft? And so for me, when I smell a perfume, it's all kind of about what that scent kind of evokes for me and kind of where I see it fitting into my life. So that's kind of the direction we are going to be taking for this video. And then at the very end, I'm just going to share with you a few fragrances that are kind of on my wish list. So let's get started. So the first category of fragrance that I want to share with you guys are my kind of everyday, pretty soft fragrances. These are the fragrances that I would wear, if I'm going to the mall with my friends, if I'm going to my boyfriend's parents' house for the weekend, if I'm going to work. Like, these are the ones that I just feel are just really, just really nice and just kind of good for everything. And for me, the first fragrance that comes to mind is Marc Jacobs Daisy. So let's give that a smell. And I love this fragrance because not only is the bottle beautiful, but it just has this kind of beautiful, just like a sweet smell. And I just really like it. It's feminine, it's soft, and I love it. And you're gonna probably see me describe most of the following fragrances as feminine and soft, but really like Marc Jacobs Daisy. And my boyfriend actually got this one for me in a little set with a body lotion and a body gel for Valentine's Day. I think it was last year. And anyways, side note, I don't know if this ever happens to you guys, but when you get one of those fragrance sets that has the body wash and the body gel, I always tell myself that I'm going to save them for a special occasion, and then I never use them. Because I always want to, and I always feel like whatever I'm using them for that day just isn't special enough. Kind of my runner-up fragrance when it comes to Everyday Beautiful is Chloe Lovestory. And I find that this one is just a little bit more powdery than Marc Jacobs Daisy, but it's just, again, sweet and beautiful and young and fresh. And I'm not gonna lie, part of the reason that drew me to this fragrance, you guys know the song Lovestory by Taylor Swift? One of my favorite songs by her because it's just so innocent and sweet and romantic. And kind of all of the feelings I attach to that song and that music video, for me, totally connect with this fragrance. So I really like this one. Now, next up is Magnolia by, one second, this one's really funny. Commodity Goods. So Magnolia by Commodity. And normally when I'm buying fragrance, like, I think about the fragrance I want, and I really take my time with it. And this one was one of my Facebook groups. It came up that Sephora had priced the full-size one at like $14 or something. Like something ridiculously low like that. So I didn't even think about it. I just bought it, and it was kind of silly of me because I never use it. But so I have actually been thinking about, because I did buy it, I have been thinking about kind of selling it or giving it away to a friend or something, but let's give it a smell. And again, this one, like, the other reason I bought this one is because it's called Magnolia, and I think magnolia trees smell beautiful. And this just really reminds me of that. My cap's gotten a little dirty though. Thanks, cats. And the final fragrance I have in this category is Prada Candy. Now, I love it when I can get fragrances in deluxe samples and rollerballs because it kind of lets me try it out and see how it wears on me and how it fits into my life. And then after I've worn it for a little while in a deluxe sample that you can usually somehow get for free through Sephora, then I kind of think about it and decide like if I want to buy it. In the deluxe sample, it's just very sweet and fresh, and I love how it wears on me. And then I went in to redeem some Shoppers Optimum points for it a couple weeks ago, and I smelled it in store and it just smelled so alcoholic, and I didn't end up buying it, but it was really weird because I love this deluxe sample and I just didn't like how it smelled in store, so that was kind of disappointing. The next category of fragrance I want to share with you were kind of my like sexy date perfumes. These are the ones that like definitely would not wear to work. They're too sweet, they're kind of sensual, and they're just something I'd wear like on a date with my boyfriend, but like I wouldn't wear at work where like my boss would smell me. I don't know, does anyone else like categorize fragrances that way? Anyways, for me, the first like fragrance of my heart that evokes these smells for me is Dior Hypnotic Poison. And this one, Hypnotic Poison, just smells so strongly of vanilla, but more. It's like sexy vanilla, and it just smells so good. It's such a strong scent, like it really lingers on your skin, and I love it. Like, this is one of my probably all-time favorite perfumes, but I totally do not wear it to work, but oh, I love it. Kind of, again, the runner-up for me in this category is La Petite Robe Noire by Guerlain. And this one, it smells very different from Hypnotic Poison, but it really evokes the same kind of feeling in me. To me, this one's a bit muskier, and it's just beautiful. Like, this one screams like date night or like fancy dance, like prom or something. I'm too old for prom, but it just, like, maybe it's the name, maybe it's the bottle, but I love this one, and my boyfriend also bought this one for me, so thank you, Stuart. And I really, really like this one. They've also come out with a green version of the scent that smells really fresh and young, and I really like that one, but this one is beautiful. Next up, we have Tom Ford's Black Orchid. And this one, I don't even know how to describe. It's kind of spicy, it's kind of musky, there's kind of vanilla, and it's just really nice. This one I use so sparingly because it's expensive and it's Tom Ford. I mean, I wish I had more Tom Ford lipsticks in my life. That would be great. But this one, I love the bottle design. It's just so sleek and smooth and gold and just beautiful. Like, I really like this one. Yeah, it has definitely a bit of a spicy kickback, and I really like that one. Next up, we've got Aerin Evening Rose, and I think Aerin, who's actually Estee Lauder's granddaughter, just makes such beautiful fragrances and just beautiful products in general. And this one definitely has all those kind of musky notes I was talking about, but also like a strong powdered rose smell, which to me makes it just so perfect for evening dates and just like a garden party. Maybe it's the rose, but it just to me is like a nice perfume to wear at a wedding. It's sweet, but it's kind of sexy, and it's just all around beautiful. Now, this next perfume is probably for me one of the most difficult to categorize, in the sense that it's definitely not a day perfume. It doesn't have to be a night perfume though. And that is Flowerball by Viktor and Rolf. Now, I have lusted after this perfume for so long. Let's smell it. This one smells so good. So I've like desired to have this perfume for so long. I recently redeemed some Shoppers Optimum points for it. But a year or two ago, I bought this Rollerball, which I've used about a third of, which for me is really good. And it was because I had this Rollerball that I wanted the spray, and sometimes I like having the spray because I think it holds better in the hair. But obviously this is great for travel. And I didn't want to spend the money on the time that I bought this on the full size. So I kind of told myself if I kept on using the Rollerball, then I would let myself buy this one. So I've redeemed some Shoppers Optimum points for this, and I love this one. I totally did not need another perfume though, but I love this one. So the next category of perfumes that I have are kind of my work appropriate perfumes. And the first one that comes to mind is Marc Jacobs Maude Noir. And the reason I love this one is because it's like modern, it kind of almost smells empowering, fresh, strong, feminine. I just really like it. Let's smell it. And it's almost a little zesty, but it's not too much. And I just think it's just so nice for work because it feels feminine without being floral. And I don't know, it just smells like really strong, and I really like it. Now, the last perfume I'm sharing today is kind of a hard one for me. I'm just like hiding it. It's kind of a hard one for me because I wanted to love it so badly. I will say that I can't really put this in any of the categories, and I wanted to love it so badly, and it's Marc Jacobs Decadence. Now look at how beautiful this perfume is. And you've got like little snake skin, it's like a purse, you've got gold, and it's just beautiful, and it looks so beautiful on my vanity, and I just wanted to love this perfume so badly, and I just don't. I actually don't like it at all. And I can't even describe exactly the smell, but it's almost like it's too sweet. It's almost like sickeningly sweet, and that's what I don't like about it. But it's like sweet, but almost like a soap aftertaste. And I just wanted to love this perfume, and I love so many perfumes that Marc Jacobs makes. I love all of the Daisy perfumes. I love Mod Noir. Like, I've smelled Lola in the store, it's beautiful. And I just feel like this one just isn't me, which is really too bad. And so I've been really struggling with, do I want to give it away to a friend? Do I want to, like, you know, put it, like, you know, give it off to family or whatever? And the biggest thing that's stopping me is it's just such a beautiful looking perfume. Like, look at that. It just makes me really sad. So that is my perfume collection. As you can see, I love light and floral scents, and I also love kind of musky vanilla scents. I do have a lot of other perfumes I like, you know, like you'll go in the store and you'll smell them, but I've been really trying to not buy more perfumes because, you know, I maybe wear perfume once or twice a week, and at that rate, I am never gonna finish these. But I wanted to just kind of add a couple other things. So I recently, through PR, was surprised to receive this new Jimmy Choo fragrance, and it's called Low. So it's actually my first time smelling it. And that one's kind of like rosy, powdery, but not. So I'm definitely going to be excited to review this. It has a really nice spray function, so thank you. I'm excited to play around with this one. I didn't want to include that like in my collection because I feel like everything in my collection I've had for a while, and I really had a chance to get to know it and like have an opinion on it. You can see Winston in the frame. Hi, baby. So yeah, I feel like the ones that hey buddy. I feel like the ones that I've included in my collection, I can actually tell you things about what I like about it or not. Whereas with that one, because I've only had it for, oh, you're so cute. Because I've only had it for a week or two and I haven't really had a chance to use it, I just didn't really want to like throw it in with a collection, if that makes sense. And then I could not find it, but I have a, hi Winston. I couldn't find it, but I have a rollerball of Elizabeth and James White Nirvana, which is one of my favorite scents. I've almost used the rollerball up, so I am seriously considering buying it in full size. And I also have used up 2 deluxe samples, like 2 of the mini rollerballs of Elizabeth and James Black Nirvana. So those 2 perfumes are definitely on my wish list. And I've smelled their new bourbon and whatever the red one is, and they smell really good, but I definitely want to add the black and white ones to my collection. I guess Winston is done being a guest celebrity. And then I also really want to get the Chloe, like the signature Chloe fragrance. So those are the 3 perfumes that are kind of on my wish list right now. Oh, and of course a full size of my Burberry. Those are the 4 perfumes that are kind of on my wish list right now. And I do definitely want to pick them up. I just kind of feel bad about buying more perfume when I already have so much that it's hard to use. Because perfume's just so expensive. But so kind of what I've been doing, for those of you who live in Canada, you know that Shoppers Optimum has the best points program. You can see Winston's tail. Are the best points program, I think, in the country. So no, scratch that, in the world. It is an amazing points program. And so what I've just been kind of doing is like redeeming my points for 1 perfume at a time, and then kind of, you know, getting a few other things. And I just want to say, I really did want to get Prada Candy, and I just didn't like how it smelled in store. So anyways, that is my perfume collection. I hope you've enjoyed. That's my perfume collection and my wish list. If you haven't already, please subscribe and definitely check out my other videos. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye. Mwah.
You were tall, I looked up. From where I sat, wished I would've dressed up.